2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA and the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, they want to come out of the gate strong tonight. We've heard them talk about establishing the upper hand right away, not sitting back and playing it safe in the early stages. And in this next one, two intelligent, grizzled rosters going toe-to-toe. Shaq,
Not
with
grizzly
sound effects
rosters.
like that, and two veteran
Grizzled.
teams like this that know the lay of the land. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, patience, working for the shots that you really want. Two teams that tend to value each possession. That's a grizzly sound, Ernie.
It's
Oh,
grizzled.
grizzly sound.
You said grizzly.
He said grizzled.
Oh,
Because of a
grizzled.
couple of grizzled rosters.
Okay, grizzled cheese sandwich. Okay, I got
Grizzled cheese, yeah.
it. Got it. Sorry
exactly.
about that.
Okay.
For grizzled.
But you got to have good fundamentals, Ernie. That's really big. And experience in crunch time. Guys who've been in a position before, they relax. They take great shots. They don't get nervous. That's what I always like.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I got a quick joke for you guys.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. You know why Snoop carries an umbrella?
Why?
For drizzle. Here's Kevin Harlan.
For drizzle.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference battle here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, LeBron James gives Coach Tyronn Lue credit for his even keel. James says that Lue is the same way no matter the point in the game. He's always saying, okay, let's move on to the next possession. Now, Lue says, I think it's just being poised and being positive. That's the best approach. It carries over to your team, and it gives them confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead. A big matchup tonight. Teams from separate conferences that share a lot of history between them. Doris, what are some of your favorite NBA rivalries of this kind?
Well, I think historically, certainly you've got to look at the Celtics-Lakers when it was Bird versus Magic. Currently, I'd have to look at the Golden State Warriors and Cavs. 3 straight trips to the NBA Finals with all the chips in on the center of the table.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Now Golden State's starting 5. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. And it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Smith outside. Thompson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
They grab their own miss. They kick it out to Green. And again, no good by Golden State.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Passes it to Thomas. Here's LeBron, and it's blocked.
Well, once again, Pachulia turning the shooter away, uses his length so well.
And Thompson kicks to Durant. Pass to Pachulia. Curry against Thomas. Curry, good.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
A pretty good way to start the game, right? The defense has to be more aggressive, keeping him away from that area of the floor, or it's going to be a long night. Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Here's Durant, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, KD knows how to use his body on the block, has such a good sense for when to rise and fire.
Curry against Thomas. There's the dish to LeBron. Outside for Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. Durant kicks to Green. Looking for Pachulia. He gets it there. There's the triple. And Kevin Durant, good for 3. Durant's got 5.
I'll tell you, don't let Kevin Durant start to percolate from outside that arc, because you're going to be in for a tough night. And guys, it is so rare to see a player like Draymond Green who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, right? This guy moves so well, anticipates every play on the floor. He is just so disruptive and can shut down a player on any given night.
And here's Thompson after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. Jumps up, and the dunk by Smith.
Well, this is where Isaiah Thomas's ability to pick apart the defense. The man is the maestro at finding his teammates.
And you think, Doris, about the impact of Draymond Green, and he has had on that defensive end, again, Defensive Player of the Year last season in the NBA. Beyond the triple-doubles without any points, he can just erase chances in crunch time.
I would say he is about the last guy you want to go at when the game is hanging in the balance, because his defense raises its level when the game is going to be determined. I think he might have another Player of the Year on the defensive end in his tool belt before it's all said and done.
Here's Curry. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. And it's Green missing. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
The screen from Thompson. Thomas kicks to Smith. Thomas, a screen on Thompson. Oh, wide open look for Love. Oh, good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by James. High post, Pachulia working on Thompson. Pachulia, good.
Now, Pachulia used to scoring over the defense. Terrific touch on that shot.
The screen from Thompson. .146 left here in the opening quarter. Smith kicks to Love. Here's Thomas. Here's Thompson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Outside Curry. Outside Green. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Well, you wouldn't think about it with the position he plays, but, you know, Doris Pachulia is an underrated playmaker, very knowledgeable about how to space the floor, and also can drop a perfect pass to a cutter if you let him.
Well, he's the near-perfect teammate because he always understands the role that you want him to play. High IQ, he sees the floor, and he's very unselfish, Kev. He likes to make that extra pass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Crowder, he's checked in for Love. Shumpert comes in for James. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. And here is Green, following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. And Shumpert kicks to Rose. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rose has got his second basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pachulia with it over Thompson. Pachulia, no luck.
Well, it's been an up-and-down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
Stolen by Thompson. Back to Durant. Now the feed to Pachulia. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Now, respect and admiration around the league for how tough Pachulia is. His physicality means an awful lot to this squad.
First trip to the line for him here. first one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. Here is Rose. He has 5. Stolen by Thompson. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too. Not saying I don't. But they're both fans and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far, and I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
Jay Crowder out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Now here's Durant following the miss by Derrick Rose. Basket counts. And that's now 7 points for Kevin Durant. You look at the influences and former coaches of Steve Kerr, and it's easy to see why Kerr has been a success as a coach.
Well, I think if you look about how this man goes about his business, it's important to recognize he played for Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich, and certainly takes advantage of the wisdom he learned from 2 of the all-time greats. Think back to his college coach, Lute Olson. So much of his offensive approach with the fast pace and the discipline came from Lute. It's so smart to take a little bit from each one of the mentors and the guys you've played for.
Shoot 2.
Free throw, good, Rose.
And the Warriors bringing back the band coming into this season. Durant took $9 million less than the max. That enabled them to bring back every big-time contributor from their 2017 championship roster.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And the Warriors not just re-signing their own free agents, they went out and got some other guys. Omri Caspi and Swaggy P. Hard to believe, but they might be even better than last year.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Korver. Rose sets the screen for Korver. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Shumpert's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Kicks it to Pachulia. And here's Green outside. That shot off the mark. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. The 17-footer. Offensive rebound. Here's Crowder. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And it's an 8-point Cleveland lead.
How about the relentless effort on the backboards? Crowder utilizing his size to eat the window.
Curry kicks to Green. Durant dishes to Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here is Korver. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rose. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The drive by Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Well, Draymond Green has the ability to put the ball on the deck. With the size and speed combined, look out.
And the Cavaliers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. James comes in for Shumpert. Smith checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Derrick Rose. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Golden State.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing. And if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. And he makes the first. And Greg, wouldn't you agree? Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending.
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
And both free throws good for Curry.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
LeBron kicks to Crowder. Back to James. Crowder sets a screen for LeBron. In the corner, Smith with it. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Curry passes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 8 points for Draymond Green.
How good is Draymond Green as a stretch 4, a power forward who can really knock down perimeter jump shots?
Thomas dishes to LeBron. To the middle, here's Love. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
It's Curry with the drive. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Curry's got 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Thomas. He feeds it to LeBron. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
LeBron has made himself a deadly shooter. You can't fault the D for being a little too aggressive on his shot fakes.
You know what's remarkable to me is how durable and how consistently great LeBron has been. It almost appears to me, guys, he's superhuman. You expect at some point age will start to take its toll, but he's done an amazing job of using his body and keeping it right.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And LeBron is at an age where you usually see players in the downslope of their careers.
Well, certainly, Kevin, this guy, when you factor in playoffs and international play, there's a lot of miles on that body. You combine that with the fact that he's top 6 all-time in minutes, it's incredible how successful he's been. Remember, this guy takes extraordinary care of his body.
Good on the second free throw. Of course, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much Do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I'd blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun.
Now, great look on that. Just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
Now Curry, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. And it's good for two.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
It's a pick by Love. Thomas with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Offside Thomas. It's a hand on it, and Love with his second chance points. Love's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Green kicks to Iguodala. And James pulls it down.
Well, it looks like he's going to get the easy 2 points, but the defense recovers just in time to affect it.
Puts it up. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Yeah, the easy lift on the jumper by LeBron. That's really hard to defend, guys.
Curry, and the jam by Stephen Curry.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's rising to the occasion as you're trying to keep pace on the scoreboard.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cleveland ahead. They lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Hey, everybody.
Show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland and East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Greg, there's no doubt. This guy has been superb at moving the ball and getting all of his guys going on the offensive end.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Cavaliers leading. And LeBron outspoken last season about the Cavs, Doris, need for more playmakers.
Well, Kev, at the time, there were only 2 players, Kyrie and LeBron, who were averaging at least 2 assists. To give you a point of comparison, the Warriors had 7 players do that. So there was a ton of pressure on LeBron and Kyrie to make that offense hum.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. And it's Iguodala in at the 5 spot. First free throw is good. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
And both free throws good for Thomas. And anytime he takes the court, you can bet Isaiah Thomas is #1 with a bullet atop the other team's scout report.
And he knows it too, Kev. Facing all of these double teams, this guy's worked so hard to become even more dynamic as a scorer and passer. He can finish with either hand. He can hit threes on the move. This guy is relentless looking to improve.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
One shot.
And that one falls for Young. You have a number of young teams in the league, Doris, with a lot of talent, but not many wins, still in the process of learning how to win. What can a coach do to keep them confident and inspire them through the tough times, the growing pains?
You know, Kev, I think one thing you always hear coaches talk about is the process, and you can't skip steps. And so I think if you throw yourself into trying to get better every single day, and I would say look no further than Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who started their careers on an Oklahoma City team that barely broke double-digit wins in the NBA, but both were diligent, both kept to the course, and both continued to work hard. And now you've got 2 guys who really are MVP-level kind of guys.
And don't you see the stair step, too, for a guy like Kawhi Leonard, who every year picks up something different to do to enhance his overall game?
You know, that's a great point. The Spurs would tell you they built his game brick by brick. Well, what a combination of size and touch that makes him a nightmare matchup from three-point range. Wow.
Green, the pass to Curry. And again, no good by Golden State. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Smith dishes to Thomas. Love with the screen for James. Bounces high off the rim and drops. James has got 5 points so far.
Listen, LeBron's been in the league so long now, he just knows how to make the most of a screen to get a good look. Boy, when you watch what Steph Curry does on the floor, it is almost unreal what he can do. In a single game, this guy could make 10 plays that might be career highlights for most players in the NBA. He makes the extraordinary look pedestrian.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And with Curry, we're almost too used, Doris, to his skill on the floor. We've come to expect to see something amazing.
Oh, Kev, no doubt, because there are very few players in NBA history who are as exciting to watch as Steph Curry. He has takeover ability with his shooting. The creativity and playmaking are off the charts. What a special talent. Listen, the Warriors are an incredible offensive juggernaut, but the reality is this team has been a championship caliber team because of their defense. The versatility of Draymond Green helps contribute to a team that led the league in opponents' field goal percentage and led the league last season in blocks and steals. Truly incredible on that end.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And for the Warriors, what they do on defense is impressive on their own. A lot of switching and rotations that they are able to get away with because of their personnel.
Correct, Kev. What makes this team work is they have a group of players who can all cover multiple positions. The Warriors can turn that switch and close out games because of absolutely suffocating defense.
And the Warriors with some changes. David West, he's checked in for Green. JaVale McGee comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Now here's Curry. 12 points for him. Shoots from 8. LeBron grabs the miss.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
Dishes it to Rose. Shoots over Curry. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Rose with the ball.
Well, Rose with energy and effort can still beat you in transition.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Warriors trail by 8. There's the pass to McGee. McGee a screen. Here's Livingston, takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Livingston's got his first points of the night. Thompson, a screen on Curry. Outside Korver, it's up a 3. And that one is off. And Golden State will come the other way. It's stolen by Korver. On the wing, Shumpert. Back to Korver. Outside Rose. Knocks down the 3 ball. Rose has got 13.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Curry against Rose. Curry kicks to McGee. Over in the corner, Livingston. Back to McGee. And James pulls it down.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Over in the corner, Rose. Shumpert in the corner. There's the triple. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And now it's a 12-point Cleveland lead. Now a timeout called by Golden State. As a former point guard at Providence, Doris, in college basketball, you had to initialize plenty of different plays, work within different styles and schemes. Is there a particular offensive scheme that you prefer beyond others?
You know, when I was a kid, believe it or not, though I'm an East Coast kid, during the Lakers and Celtics era, I was actually a Showtime fan. I love the fast pace, their ability to get in transition, the spectacular James Worthy being fed so perfectly by the incomparable Magic Johnson. I am much more a pace and space fan than I am a grinded out player. You know, I'm a Knicks fan by heart, and though I love the success they had in the 90s, I would say that the style of play today is much more appealing to me.
It is. It's so attractive to watch movement and fluid basketball and sets that run with precision. It's great to watch.
Poetry in motion.
Yes, well said.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
No good from West. Cleveland leading by 12. In the corner, it's James. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Remarkable catch and shoot sequence right there from LeBron. Just a killer instinct whenever he gets the ball.
Livingston kicks to Young. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Livingston, guarded by Korver. Good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Stop it. What can you do? James is so big and athletic that sometimes you have to foul him if you're on the defensive end.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
We know that LeBron has always been a good foul shooter. Not a great one, but a good one.
A different look now for Cleveland. Love's check in for Thompson. Smith comes in for Kyle Korver. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. And he can't hit the second. Love can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's McGee, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. McGee's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
It's a pick by Love. Here's LeBron. Offline from the top of the key.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
And so it's Cleveland enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We come back right after this. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy. Drive and kick. Let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Timeout called the Warriors. And the Cavs, once again, looking to will their way, Doris, to a title. Every year, the competition seems to grow fiercer.
Yes, but they seem to be a team that thrives on adversity. Think back to 2016 when they overcome that 3-1 deficit. Last season, it was the largest second-half comeback in playoff history. There's no quit in these Cavaliers.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He told them not to hold back. He said, I want 100% effort out there. If you can't give it, I'll get you out. No time to rest. Let's get after it. Kevin, he needs everything they've got.
Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. And it's Love in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now Smith, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Now Smith. Love with the screen on Green. Here's Smith. And Smith slams it home.
Listen, this guy is an impressive athlete. And what an impressive slam from J.R. Smith there.
Outside, Green. Thompson outside. It's Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his third assist on the night.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Now, here's Thomas. Outside, Crowder. He dishes it to James. Over Iguodala. The Warriors pull it in. Curry is inside. He's guarded by Thomas. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Curry. Cleveland's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Smith with a screen on Curry. Here's Thomas. No good off the front iron.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
What an offensive clinic we have been given today. They're hitting every single thing they put at the rim right now.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Green.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
Now here's Curry following the miss by Draymond Green.
Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Thomas kicks to Love. Thomas passes to LeBron. Another shot. Green with the block.
Simply cannot throw up that weak stuff around Draymond Green. You'll hear about it. He will relish the opportunity to send it back.
Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Use it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Love with the screen for Thomas. He kicks it to Thompson. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And guys, they did a better job of getting good looks inside in that first half. More of their shots now coming from the perimeter.
Thompson no good on the free throw.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
Love with the screen for Thomas. Another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Shooting for Cleveland, Isaiah Thomas. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Thomas.
Well, Kevin, I know this. The energy with which IT plays with is infectious, and I love how hard he goes every night.
And both free throws good for Thomas. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Curry dishes to Green. And Thompson kicks to Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Now here's Thomas. A second chance effort. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the deal.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. LeBron's checked in for Crowder. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Curry against Smith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, there are times the bind Steph Curry puts you in gives you no choice but to foul you. What pressure he is able to apply to your defense.
Two shots.
Gets the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
You know, I think one claim to fame that if I'm Steph Curry, I'm taking a lot of personal pride in, Kev, is the fact that he was the NBA's first ever unanimous MVP. It's really hard for me to fathom that this will ever occur again in history.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, you have to love his poise at the free throw line. He's never rattled, no matter how much pressure he might be under.
Smith with a spin on Iguodala. James kicks to Smith. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, J.R. Smith can just be deadly coming off a screen like that, guys.
Count the basket. Curry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Boy, a monster bucket yet again from Steph Curry. Knew they had to get something from that possession, and you knew he'd deliver.
Now, here is Smith. LeBron outside. There's the triple. Yes, it is. Or that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly. The defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Now LeBron following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Got a piece of it. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. Yes!
Nobody you want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Isaiah Thomas. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking. Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Here's Green. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Curry attacking. Makes it off the glass.
This guy can finish from anywhere, whether it's from 40 feet or 2 feet. Curry has got the kind of versatility that any player would love to have.
And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting for Cleveland, J.R. Smith. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Yeah, and Smith needs to continue to work on improving his shot from the free throw line.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
No, it appears that this one is absolutely done. No sense wasting energy trying to come back.
Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
I'll tell you, this guy is just as hard to defend on the interior as he is from the perimeter. Even with a hand in his face, Steph Curry finds a way to get it done.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Fires from deep. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kevin, big job tonight in winning the game. What do you learn about your team when you win a game like this?
We're just giving ourselves a chance to win. So, we're really just grinding it out as much as we possibly can, and we're getting better every day. So, we're happy we got this win. I got to give it all to my teammates and my coaches.
Great focus at the end, Kevin. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.